Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sports Ball with Palmer. On today's episode, I'm going to be recapping the Chiefs' Week 1 defeat at the hands of the San Diego Chargers. Uh, and then looking ahead to their upcoming matchup, Super Bowl rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles, and it will be the Chiefs' home opener. But man, okay, yeah, that game was honestly really rough on Friday night as the Chiefs dropped their opener in Brazil to the San Diego Chargers 27-21. Uh, honestly, obviously, it was a close game, but honestly, the Chargers did pretty much dominate this game. I'll say that right now, and I'll admit it. And I'll go ahead and give him my flowers, to Justin Herbert, to John Herbaugh. Man, they brought it. They were prepared. They were ready for this game. It seemed like the Chiefs potentially might still be on a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover. And of course, the talk was like, they wanted to obviously move past and kind of show and just move on from the Super Bowl defeat, but honestly seemed like a little bit of a talk. Uh, so, but yeah, Justin Herbert did look really good. People saying like, oh, Mahomes look now like Mahomes played well. Mahomes is not the reason the Chiefs ended up losing this game. He didn't go for 300 yards, but also when your receivers are dropping passes and whatnot, but and then also when your defense doesn't. Oh man, I thought. I figured the defense would take us back. I don't know if I said that in the video on the preview, but honestly, was thinking it. But just because, yeah, for the most kind of for the most part, it's the same people. But you did lose Justin Reed. Whoo, man, you kind of saw that on the back end, losing him. Great player, but also losing his leadership on the back end. They are definitely young in the secondary, but man, the defense, they got to get things figured out. Like that's almost look like a Bob Sutton defense. Sorry, Spags. Spags got to figure something out because at least with him here, I've not seen the Spags Chiefs defense look completely that bad. Although, granted, you have had some hit and miss years with like the pass rush. Like sometimes they're top 10, and then other times they're near the bottom. But like, man, phew, they're he would. Karloftis. I like him. He's good. He's solid. He's especially solid in the run game. Like I don't think there's like yeah. Of course, there was a few times Hampton, had some big run, long runs, bigger runs, but for the most part, they kept Hampton bottled up. They kept the run game bottled up. Now, granted, I don't. Obviously they used it when they had to, and then obviously to keep the defense honest. But it didn't seem like the Chargers were coming out throwing. Like they were determined to throw the ball, especially on that secondary, and like you could tell a little bit. But and I think the Chiefs were coming in a little bit more prepared for the Chargers to run the ball more than they did. So, but again, you still got to adjust. And again, like Carl, but a Menahu like didn't really get pressure. Like you're asking these because again, Chris Jones obviously is really good, but and even when he gets double teamed, like you still need like Karloftis, Menahu to win their one on ones, and that doesn't always happen. But yeah, sorry. Something got caught in my throat. Sorry. But I mean, when like all game, the only time you ended up getting pressure was when Spags brought the blitz, and I got home a couple times. I mean, you sacked Herbert 3 times in the game, so I mean, but it kind of got very easy for Herbert and the Chargers to diagnose. Oh, okay, blitz coming. Just get it out quick. And man, I mean, yeah, I mean, Drew played a heck of a game. I mean, he sacked him twice. So, but yeah, when the only time you could really get pressure was when you brought the blitz, you become way too predictable because then you become way too reliant on the blitz to get pressure. So moving forward, the Chiefs have got to get pressure with 4. I mean, 5 is okay, maybe bringing like a little bit, but you've got to get pressure with 4. You have got to get pressure with 4 people. I mean, that's what the Eagles did in the Super Bowl. They didn't blitz once. They were consistently getting pressure with 4 guys all game long. And the Chiefs have got to do that. And I love Nick Bolton. He's great in the run game. Great run linebacker. In coverage, he really struggles. And I like him. And again, I loved him at Mizzou, but it was even the same thing at Mizzou. Like he got burned in coverage a lot. And you saw the Chargers attacking that. Like whenever he was on the field, they were running routes right at him. They were running guys right at him, forcing him to. And man, and they got burned. And again, Shamari Connor, like he's a little bit better as a safety, and like that's his natural position. But man, every time they ask him to play corner, my goodness, he keeps getting burned. Just can like Spags, can we please end with the Shamari Connor experiment? Like, please, like. Dude, it's burnt toast. Like, come on, man. I mean, yeah, McDuffie got burnt, but like McDuffie played well. But like they really needed McDuffie shadowing Ladd McConkey all game, and they didn't. Like, obviously, whenever Ladd went up against McDuffie, didn't do much. But man, you let like Quentin Johnson freaking burn you. Like, really? I mean, Keenan's older, but so like again, you let Will Disley, like, just man, like, I'm not saying like these are like just horrible receivers, but like, and again, Keenan older is still good, but and I wish the Chiefs would have signed him, but man, dude, like when you let those guys burn you, like, I mean, okay, granted, I get it. Also, sorry, uh, I know a couple people don't like him, but dude, like Watson isn't horrible. Like we've seen him play really good snaps, really good football, you know. But I know I believe he was dealing with something, a little bit injury in training camp. So like, okay, and then of course Fulton, he got hurt, and so he wasn't really playing in training camp. Like I think he'll be decent, but and obviously, I mean, without looking, but I know like his snaps in the first half, he didn't play much, but so like he's got some catching up to do. So like hopefully that helps. But again, and I love Jaden Hicks, but man, like asking him to take on the Justin Reed and Tyrann Mathieu role, like those guys had been in the league for a few years. So like they know the league, like they know how even being in Spags defense, but just even just understanding like their role as an NFL safety, understanding NFL. I'm not saying Jaden Hicks, sorry. Hicks doesn't understand that, and he can be really good, but I think there's gonna be a bit of a learning curve for that. And I mean, I like Brian Cook, but man, I mean, again, you're just asking those guys to do a lot. And yeah, but you would still think, especially with Cook, like he's been in this system for several years. Like there was a lot of miscommunication on the back end during Friday's game. So that's got to get worked out. I mean, again, I figure the defense would take a little bit like last year's defense and even the 2023 defense like that. Those were some like again, for the most part, it's the same guys, but uh, just man. So like, I wasn't expecting that, but man, they got to get things figured out on the defensive side. So now we have to kind of just railing on the defense, man. But offensively, I mean, again, you know, their first three drives they didn't score, didn't really do much again. And I'm not saying like just because Worthy got hurt, but like, I mean, again, Rasheed is suspended. You're now going to have now Worthy is hurt, so that's your top two options. And I'm not going to say names, but I know certain people that I've been talking to, like, oh, Worthy's not going to miss that much time. Like, just shut up. I'm sorry, shut up. Like, he dislocated his shoulder. Like, I get it. It's NFL. Like, they got really good, high quality medical stuff, like better than like what I'm gonna get. Like, if I separate my shoulder and go to the doctor, like, and I'm not like shading on like the doctors I would be going to that would be covered under, like my insurance, but like obviously like, but like they still go mostly like it's the same like school, like it's the same schooling. Like it's not like just because you're an NFL trainer, um, doctor, whatever, like the training staff. Like I know, like obviously for sports, it is a little bit different than just like okay, normal, but like it's still a dislocated shoulder at the end of the day. And he's gonna miss time. Like I mean, I know he was saying like, "Oh, I want to play. I'll put a brace on it." Like it's one thing for him to say, "Oh, I want to play," but it's another thing for him to get cleared medically by the staff. Like he's at least missing this week. I don't care. He is missing this week, and again, obviously with Rasheed out. But I mean, I know you like now you're kind of again you're and just to get, but like he's probably gonna be out probably 2-3 weeks, maybe 4, and it's still probably gonna require surgery at some point. It's just a matter of does it need to happen now or can it wait until after the season? And then at that point, it probably would go into next year because I don't think if he has surgery season ending, he would just miss a lot more chunk of the time. So if you wait till the end of the season, now again, it would still potentially like be like maybe like the first couple games. Like I don't know. Um, I just do think I think at least what a little bit what I saw, like when them putting out, like okay, if it's on the more serious, surgery requiring, like it's way more significant time than just like a couple weeks. It's like months. So like he could miss maybe like if it can wait and then he has a surgery in the off season, even if it's right away, like right up, like in like say we don't make the Super Bowl, like it's in January that he has a surgery. Um, Now again, if it's January, potentially he might not miss anything, like other than like training camp time and whatnot. As far as games, he may not miss games if that's the case. But obviously now your top two options are gone, and I'm not like hating on them, but like okay, you got Hollywood, you got Juju, and you got Taekwon. Like you're even like okay now, obviously Brownlee's going to get some playing time. Probably Nico is going to get more playing time at receiver than just returning punts and kicks. So, but you are even one injury. Oh wait, and Hollywood hasn't been the most healthy. I mean, I like him. Like when he's on the field, he does now. Granted, the first like pretty much kind of like the first half, especially first quarter, man, there was some chemistry issues between him and Mahomes. So, and that kind of got ironed out in the second half. He did have a good second half, but he hasn't been the most healthy in his career. Even Juju's been hurt a little bit. they need to go out and get a receiver. And I get it, like, okay, well, why are you saying that when you just kind of ragdolled? Like, I think the offense will be fine again. I think they do need to run the ball a little bit more. I mean, I like Pacheco, but yeah, like, but I mean, again, him and Hunt, that's a good 1-2 punch. So like, they kind of need to run the ball a little bit more. But you are, so I mean, again, after just railing on the defense, but like, who's on the deep? Like, when I, I believe it was even before week 1 that it was announced that Jabril Peppers had been released from the Patriots. I believe it was is where he came from. But anyways, Jabril Peppers, this, I believe he just got picked up. I thought I saw something that he got signed. I don't remember by who, but I thought I saw some sort of notification today that he had been signed and wasn't by the Chiefs. Like, I kind of wish the Chiefs would have, because he could help out, especially on the back end and even a little bit, So, but there's really no one, and even then, if they do go out and sign or trade for someone, he's not guaranteed to play. And again, I love Spags, but he is loyal to his guys. So even if the Chiefs bring in someone, he's probably not going to play. Now, you go out and get a receiver, you go out and get, I mean, obviously I know it was just traded, but say you tried to trade for George Pickens, he would play. So, I'm just trying to think. Obviously, I know Allen Robinson was like, "Hey, come sign me." Like, he would play. So of course I've seen some rumors of, hey, should the Chiefs bring back Tyreek Hill? I mean, before this season, I'd have said no. Although again, it's kind of like, well, I didn't want them to bring back Hunt, but Hunt did good. And again, although I feel like there's a little bit difference, like Hunt truly seemed and seems repentant and changed. Like, he wants to be better, and he's doing what it takes to be better and show he's not the guy he was in 2018 that got kicked off the Chiefs for kicking a woman. So I can see, like, he's trying to change. Whereas, like, Tyreek has gone to Miami and just said a whole bunch of stuff, and then, like, I feel like the Chiefs kept a lot of it under wraps and, like, kept it from getting out. Whereas, like, in Miami, a bunch of stuff is like everything, like all the baby mamas and just all this, and like, I think if he comes back, he would have to make some sort of statement apologizing for some of the stuff he said about the Chiefs and about, Mahomes and whatnot. But now, with that being said, I mean, he put up like 900 yards last year with like me and you throwing him the ball because Tua was hurt. So, and Mahomes is an upgrade over Tua. Like, there were plays where, and especially in that Friday game, like, you watch, like, I mean, obviously he's getting older, and he's over on the plus side of 30. He probably would have scored. So, I mean, it would definitely help. Like, and again, like, Miami is like a dumpster fire right now. Like, they got destroyed and waxed by the Colts. I mean, the Colts are decent, but like, man, they got waxed by the Colts. Like, it would not surprise me especially if they lose this week to the Patriots, that there could be a fire sale in Miami and McDaniels might be out as coach. Like, in the middle of the season, not wait till the end of the year. Like, he'll be fired in the middle of the season. So, and I honestly, especially at that point, it might not take much. Like, okay, we'll give you a 4th-round pick. All right. And even if they say, "Oh, give us a 3rd," like, we might get a 7th, ask them to throw in a 2nd-rounder in return, or something like that. But then, just because, again, You as of right now, you don't know how much time Worthy's going to hurt. I mean, he's at least going to miss a week, but maybe more like 2 or 3. And again, Rice is suspended for 6 weeks now. You got 5 more weeks to go. But again, you're one injury away to Worthy, Juju, or Thornton from really, really needing. And again, if they make a move for a receiver, Andy's going to play him. They will play. Like maybe not much, again, like when we acquired Hopkins last year. Like okay, that first game, like yeah, he played, but he was now again. That's like a Hopkins, someone who doesn't know the offense. Like you go and get Tyreek Hill, like he knows the system, he knows the offense. It wouldn't be hard for him to. Again, it might take him a game, but it wouldn't be as hard for Tyreek to pick back up the offense if we traded for him. So I'm almost like I'm kind of getting to the point where screw it, bring him back because like we need it. Like again, you can say, and yeah, we did win 2 Super Bowls without Tyreek, but who cares? Like Tyreek can help you go win a Super Bowl. So like, who cares? Like at the end of the day, like if it helps the Chiefs go win another Super Bowl, I'm all for it. All for them bringing Tyreek back. So, but and again, I love Pacheco. Just again, like I think we do need to run the ball a little bit more. Like again, when you're only giving them like 5 carries each, like there's not a lot. So like we need to run the ball more. But at the same time, like again, I wish the Chiefs would have gone out and drafted a running back. I wish I would have drafted Quinshawn Junkins, Travion Henderson. Because this was a really deep running back class. Like I mean, okay, I get it. We drafted Brashard Smith late, but there was guys there available in the 2nd round, 3rd round that we could have drafted. Because this offense, again, like it's not. I don't think it's not that Andy doesn't want to run the ball because again, you look back at 2017, 2018. When 2017 when Hunt was a rookie, and in 2018, obviously, till everything went down, like we were running the ball. Like Hunt, like again, but Hunt is not that version. Like obviously, he's much older. So, like, I don't think we have a true, like, again, like a Derrick Henry or Saquon, that true, like, every down workhorse running back. Like, I mean, Pacheco's good. He can kind of be that, but at the same time, like, you need to, like, and this isn't like hating, you do need to rotate between him and Hunt to keep both fresh so that they can break off those huge runs. Now, I don't think Hunt's going to break off as long of runs as Pacheco can and would, but and again, love Pacheco. I feel like he runs angry too much for his own good. Like he'll just put his head down and run and just is trying to make contact, trying to hit someone. Like I mean, I'm not saying like, hey, all for it, like man, run through some guys, but there's times where then he gets only 3-4 yards where okay, a hole opened up over here, like on the right side, that he could have gotten 10. Could have gotten 12 instead of only getting 4. If he would have been looking up, I mean, there's times again, sometimes it does just like he kind of puts it and is not, I mean, not getting like tackled, but like obviously they're there, but then like, okay, kind of pushes like again, some of those runs in the playoffs, like again, that run against the Jets a couple of years ago where like it kind of opened up and then boom, or like that run against the first time we played the Eagles in the Super Bowl, where it kind of just opened up and like obviously like, oh yeah, here's a hole. But like I don't think like maybe if you again would have been looking up sooner, maybe he scores a touchdown. Maybe he gets a few extra yards that he didn't get. And I was trying to bring it up. I was kind of playing with things before just to kind of bring up this one play I'm really referring to. When we were down 10-0 and driving and then ultimately ended up kicking a field goal again, like in the first half, and again, kind of see the struggles continue over where in the red zone we're kicking field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. Where, if, again, 6-point game, maybe if we turn one of those well and also Butker's missed extra point loomed big too. But so if we turn one of those into touchdowns, maybe we win the game. But just a great design. Simmons kind of rolled out, boom. Like it was wide open again. I mean, Pacheco got what I think 10, 15 yards on the play. But just the way you look at the play, if he would have followed Simmons to the outside, it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. I mean, maybe he gets tackled at like the 1 yard line, but it like was a touchdown. Like it could have been a touchdown. Instead, he just kind of put his head down and ran. I mean, he still picked up good yards because the blocking was just that good. But if he would have been looking and followed probably as maybe the design looked like it was, if he follows Simmons, again, there was times Simmons did look like a rookie, and again, hey, prove me wrong, he did. Like there was even some penalties that okay, like again, he's a rookie. I'm not mad about that, but man, Simmons looked really good in his first start. So, but Kingsley got blown up several times. I mean, again, like Jawan said last year, he was dealing with injuries, so I was hoping, okay, hopefully he is healthy, and in a way, I have no reason to assume he isn't healthy, but still the same old holding penalties. I mean, again, there were some that it's like, obviously, like you could tell he held, and it was just like he got beat, and it's like almost every offensive lineman, especially like a tackle, even guards, like, oh, they got beaten, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, oh shoot, I got to keep this guy from just blowing up our quarterback or like blowing up the running play or whatever it was called, and he held. So like, okay, whatever, like almost everyone, but then there was still like just the same old, like the false starts and whatnot, and it's just like, come on, man. Like, do we need to have a conversation about getting him off? Like, does the offensive, well, I should say they signed. I can't think of, but the other offensive lineman, Jalen Moore. There we go. I believe. Anyway, the other offensive line that we signed from San Francisco. Maybe we should be playing him over Taylor. Does there need to be that conversation? I don't think it could hurt. And again, there was times where like, man, the block, like Mahomes just had all kinds of time. I'm like, yes, finally, there it is. But I mean, yeah, Kingsley, like again, Trey Smith and Creed, fantastic, like they usually are. Kingsley got blown up several times, and it's just like, oh man, like again, do we like? I mean, I think the O line's better. I mean, there's still some obviously conversations we need to have and things they need to work on, but I mean, I think the offense will be fine. Again, Mahomes did what he needed to do. I mean, he was 24 for 39 at 258 yards. Had one passing touchdown and then had that one rushing touchdown. Of course, there was that one run, like their first drive. Like, man, like it was just like kind of he was doing what he needed to do to try to spark some energy. I mean, like he just hit that guy. It's like, all right, there's the pat. But I mean, Hollywood was 1 yard short of 100 receiving for the day. He had 99 yards. Of course, Kelsey had the one touchdown, receiving touchdown. Although, again, they're late in the game where we ended up settling for that field goal that, like, there was just a rare miscommunication. Like they even kind of put him in motion to kind of be running, and he kind of like let up. Like he didn't stop. He just kind of like let up running a little bit, and there was space where he would have gotten at least the first down, if not a touchdown, because Mahomes put it out in front of him for like basically him to like run, boom, like we've seen so many times. And he just, I don't know why, he just kind of let up. And of course, you saw him and him and Mahomes kind of get after it a little bit, and rightfully so. Like, I mean, Kelsey's got to like, I don't know what he saw. I mean, again, I know sometimes like, okay, maybe he saw something different that like Mahomes maybe didn't see. Like, okay, maybe his safety was, I would like maybe see the all 22 of that just to see if maybe a safety was kind of creeping, but it didn't even look like it. Like, there was plenty of room out in front for him to catch it and at least get the first down. So like there was another, if we score a touchdown there, again, maybe we won. But man, again, now to go back to the defense on the last drive, obviously they did good, got to third down, it was third and long. And like they gotta tell him no. Like I love Chris Jones, but he's gotta know assignment. He's gotta know to keep contained. Like I don't think he should have been on the outside anyway. He should have been on the inside. But he went to the outside and then was just pretty much going for the glory, trying to get the sack, and just went inside when he should have kept contained going outside. And Herbert just got around the edge, picked up the first down, and of course we were out of timeouts. Like that was ball game. Like Jones has got to be better. He has got to know to stay in his assignment and keep contained, because I'm fairly confident, because it was third down, so you would have gotten them to fourth down, and I'm not sure how much time you would have had, but you had a decent time. It's not like it would have been like 13 seconds, but it wouldn't have been like that. Like you would have had at least a little bit of time to go down with Mahomes to win the game. And I'm fairly confident, especially the way he was playing in the second half, that we would have found a way to cut out a win. Instead, that's what happened. We lose the game. So that was really frustrating. So now again, you're 0-1 and 0-1 in the division. And again, I mean, granted, I would have thought. I mean, I still think the Broncos game in Denver is going to be tough, but I would have said maybe 5-1 in the division, because I thought I predicted and said we'd win this, but so now you're looking at 4-2, because the Raiders are improved, but I still think we'll sweep them. I think we'll get the Chargers at home, and then I think we'll get the Broncos at home, but man, and I know that's like far looking ahead, but man, I mean, again, like with the running game, like the run defense was pretty good again. It seemed like the Chargers were adamant about attacking, but like you kept them under 100 yards. So, man, that game was just really, really frustrating. So, like, you truly are staring 0-2 in the face, as now you are taking on the Eagles in your home opener in a Super Bowl rematch. So, I mean, they didn't look all that good. I mean, I wasn't able to watch like the entire game, but of course Carter got ejected, so I don't think he'll play Sunday. I could be wrong, might be wrong, because I can't remember what the rules are with ejections. Like if it's only like college, where like kind of like with a targeting penalty, where especially if it's in the second half, they can't play, like they're out that game, and then they miss the first half of the next game. So I can't remember if it's like that, where okay, like he was ejected, which I was even to start the game. So like he didn't like that was, I believe, even on their like the Cowboys' first series of the game. So like yeah, he was out the entire game. So like I don't know if he'll play because he was ejected. Okay, but even to go with that, like Tart, like okay, open hand, whatever. Like he like punched, like hit Kelsey in the face, like straight up. Like it wasn't just like, oh hey, like no, he, full on. I mean, of course that's smart. Like he's wearing a helmet, open hand, but how is he not ejected? Like holy cow! Like, and then he made a few like plays knocking down the ball where like he shouldn't have been in the game. And I'm not gonna blame the refs. Like, okay, there was a bad holding call on the Chargers drive when they, their last score. Like egregious holding, like it was holding clear as day, but I'm not gonna blame because again, Chris Jones gotta be better. He's gotta keep contained on Herbert. And again, kicking field goals in the red zone when we need to be better about scoring touchdowns. Like that's more of the reason why we lost than just the fact that a holding call wasn't made there. So hey, maybe some of you NFL fans can learn that because like one call kind of can. I mean, it'll affect the game a little bit more than like kind of a bad call in baseball. I mean, it still does, but maybe not as much. But again, she like at the end of the day, Chiefs still needed to execute, and we didn't. So I'm not going to blame the refs for that loss. But again, how was Tate or Tart, I should say, still in the game? Like he should have been like. So Carter can spit on Dak Prescott. I mean, that's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, and then he gets ejected for that. But Tart can, regardless if it's open hand, smack like Kelsey in the face. Like, again, you saw like again, it wasn't just like oh hey no, like he full like it was boom. How does he stay in the game for that? Like, I don't want to say if that was the Chiefs, like they would have been, but like if Kelsey had done that to him and Kelsey was still in the game, I'd be like, bro, I was like Kelsey, come on, man. Like you can't be doing that. You should be out of this game. Like you can't do that. So like why was whatever. Um, whatever. But so yeah, you're playing the Eagles this week. You're staring 0-2 right in the face. I mean the way the defense played. Although again, in the Super Bowl we did like again, if you would have told me we kept Barkley under 100 yards, I would have thought we won the game. So I do feel like the rush defense is all right. Although again, Herbert was scrambling, and then now we're going up against a better quarterback. Well, I mean, okay, yes, I think Hurts is better, but like Josh Allen, like he can really Hurts can really run the ball. So now you're going up against a better QB runner. And against like one again, we did hold him down. But man, if we like again, lad's good, but if we struggled against an older Keenan Allen, again, hey, maybe Quentin Johnson does finally break out this year, but he hasn't lived up to some of the hype he had coming when he was coming out of college. The whole Disley, like, oh, if we struggled against those guys, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are going to absolutely cook our secondary. 100%. They're going to cook our secondary. So the defense has got to be better. And again, I don't think the Eagles' defense is as good as they were last year. I think they're going to take a little bit of a step back as well. And I do know that I think they are dealing. I shouldn't say I know, but I think other than obviously Carter's ejection, I think they are dealing with some injuries on the defensive side. But again, hey, run the ball better this week. Like commit to the running game a little bit more. But again, they were going to the deep shots, which I liked. But then there was still some of the elements of like, man, this is kind of the same offense as last year. So I don't want to say the offense like they were fine. Pat was fine. I mean, again, I think there's still some issues that need to be cleaned up, especially along the offensive line. But for sure, the defense has to be better this week. But I'm really worried they're not. So with that being said, I mean, what makes me think the Eagles aren't gonna do exactly what they did to us in the Super Bowl? I mean, I'm having a hard time just not seeing that not happen again. Like Super Bowl 59 2.0, Eagles like belt to ass for 60 minutes again. Yeah, kind of with that being said, I'm gonna say the Eagles win. Chiefs fall 2-0. Or sorry, fall to 2-0. Fall to 0-2. Whew, okay. Come after me for that. I mean, I deserve that. Seriously, y'all come after me for that. The Chiefs are going to fall to 0-2, not fall to 2-0, because you don't fall to 2-0. You improve to 2-0. You fall to 0-2. So, man, like again, we are facing an 0-2 start right in the face. And honestly, I don't even, because again, with the success we've had with Mahomes, I don't even know when the last time, well, honestly, probably what, 2012 when we were 2-12. I mean, maybe we did go in one. So, like, you can follow me for not looking that up, but probably 2012 was the last time we started going to. So, like, it truly has been a while. Very much pre Mahomes and pre Andy Reid era in Kansas City. So, we have been spoiled as Chiefs fans to the success that they have had over the last 10 years, 5, 10 years. So, but with that, like I said, I think the Eagles come in and win this game. So, with that, I will kind of recap the NFL slate a little bit and just kind of look at my picks that I made last week. I've been better, but I have been worse. I do know that I have been worse. Like, it wasn't a great week. It was an okay week. I did go 10-6, but I did have some games wrong. Obviously, obviously going 10-6. Obviously, I had the Chiefs wrong because I picked the Chiefs. I had the Lions. I did pick the Lions. In a way, I don't know because although I kind of don't what led me to pick the Dolphins. Oh, they got slaughtered 33-8 to the Colts, and I picked the Dolphins. So I will wear that one. I will absolutely wear that one. Kind of don't what made me pick them because I was just like, oh, Tua's healthy, but oh my gosh, like that's like a team that doesn't like each other. Like they all like kind of like almost secretly hate each other. Like there's so much bickering and fighting on that Dolphins. Like, whew, got that one. I did get the Steelers right. I got the Redskins right. I got the Rams right. I did. Holy cow! That Sunday night game between the Bills and the Ravens, dude. I thought Buffalo was done for. Like they were down big in the fourth quarter, and man, they came back to break Baltimore's heart. Oh, kind of look out for Baltimore. I mean, I think they'll be fine this week, but I do remember, I believe it was 2015 when, yeah, it was 2015 because it was week 2 when because the Chiefs started 1-0 and we're going in to play Denver, or no, that was at Arrowhead. Sorry, that game was. Oh no, was no, yeah, oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, it was at Arrowhead. I'll just move on anyway. But when they played the Broncos week 2, and like honestly, like played really well. Like they should have won that game, but then Jamal Charles fumbled late in the game, like not like early for like no, it was like we were going down to like it was either off a punt or a kick, and it was just kind of like we were kind of going down to ice the game. Like it was one of those, like around 2 minutes where you pick up a first down, force them to call their timeouts, and you win the game. But Charles fumbled, and the Broncos went on to win, and then they lost 4 straight. Now we did manage to kind of bounce back in the season, but like kind of looking out for because that was a gut wrenching defeat to Buffalo. Like again, I think they'll be fine this week against the Browns, but just real quick, even looking at their schedule, then it's the Lions. I mean, I think there's some question marks with the Lions, but then it's the Lions, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Rams are their next four. Like that's a tough stretch. So, I mean, how does Baltimore respond to that loss? I mean, but Baltimore needs to be like, come, like, under Harbaugh, like, they have had these kind of defeats where they're up like two scores, like, you know, and have control of the game, and then they blow it. Like, holy cow. Like, also, the Bengals are who we thought they were. Like, okay, yeah, they won the game, but, like, they had their struggles. Like, come on now. Like, and again, that's also the first thing is like, I mean, obviously, they could have ended in a tie, but someone was going to lose between Baltimore and Buffalo. Like, the Bengals didn't look good, even though they won. Honestly, even the Broncos didn't look good. Like, man, they struggled in that game. And again, like, I do feel like they obviously, again, they outplayed us, but it's not like the Chargers just straight blew us away. So, like, that's the frustrating thing is like if you win, like that's just kind of how much, especially more in the NFL and in football, how much because again you're not playing as many games, winning or loss, and especially can feel. But I did pick the Bills to win. I got the Patriots wrong. Damn. And that was my Survivor pick too. So I'm out of Survivor because I picked the Patriots to win. I got the Panthers wrong. I'm again in a way don't I guess I kind of, even though I'm like, it's preseason, can't always believe everything. I guess I kind of bought in a little bit to the preseason hype of the Panthers. I'm not saying there was a whole lot around them, but Bryce Young had looked better. So, because I mean, I kind of bought. I did pick the Browns though. I cashed that because they were plus 5.5, so I got that. But I did get the Bucks right. I did get the 49ers right, the Broncos right, and then I got the Vikings right. So, okay, 6. So, Browns, Panthers, Patriots, Dolphins, Packers, Chiefs. Okay, yeah, there was 6. So, like I said, not great, but not horrible. It was like an okay week for picking. But looking ahead to this week, on Thursday night, it'll be the Washington Redskins going up against the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. I mean, hey, kind of maybe do watch out for Green Bay. Again, I think Washington's good, and I do feel like they're going to be competing for the division crown. I mean, of course, both teams are on a short week. But, okay, Green Bay is 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 48.5, at least right now. And again, that's looking on ESPN. I'm mostly going to be looking on ESPN, just fair warning for these. Although I did look on NFL, like the NFL app that I have, obviously be able to watch some games. It doesn't show like the spread or over under or anything like that. So I'm just purely looking on the ESPN app. So fair warning, I'm not looking at like BetMGM or MyBookie or Caesars or FanDuel or DraftKings or anything like that. I'll save that for the bettors, but because again, not gambling advice. But I do like Green Bay in this. Short week. I could see the under hitting. Honestly, I don't know like the history of obviously teams playing a short week, how high scoring is. I mean, Well, okay, 48 and a half. Actually, never mind. I could see the over because you could get a little bit of sloppiness, like on the defensive side, and both teams can. I feel like can easily get into the 20s. So okay, 24. I mean, obviously that's only 48, but I mean, I could see like a 30, or like a 27-24, or a 28-24. Something like that, or 31, 31-24. I mean, I could see something like that, and that obviously would hit the over. So I could see, just because I feel like both teams can get into the 20s. Again, Eagles Chiefs. I will go with the Eagles because I mean I don't want to obviously overreact to stuff, but like there's still trends you can still see from, like, obviously not just last season, but like the last couple seasons with teams like, and again that's including the Chiefs. So although case which kind of, I mean, again, we're at home, and usually you get that little bit of bump for being at home. And again, I'm recording this on Tuesday, so this line could change. And I don't want to say I expect it, but I could see this line changing and flipping just to the exact opposite. But the Chiefs are 1.5 minus, or 1.5 point favorites. But I could easily see that being changed to Eagles 1.5 the closer we get to Sunday. And then the over under is 46.5. I mean, okay, obviously we scored 20 points last week. And again, maybe our defense does step up, but I could see that overhitting. I could see the overhitting, absolutely. Next up is the Rams going up against the Tennessee Titans in Nashville, in Tennessee. The Rams are 5.5 point favorites. The over under is 41.5, which I can see that because, I mean, I like Cam Ward. I think he is, but I think, again, with not a lot of weapons around him right now, the Titans are going to struggle, until they can get some weapons around him. So I can see that under because I don't see the Titans doing a lot of scoring. To be honest, I mean, hey, that could be a shutout, but I won't say there. But I will take the Rams, and I would take the under in this game because even if the Rams are in the low 30s, I see the Titans struggling to even get to 10 points because, I mean, and that Rams defense is really good. So I can see the Titans struggling to get to 10. So I'll take the Rams to win. Again, I'll kind of go back. Packers to 2-0, Eagles to 2-0, then Rams to 2-0. So, okay. Then the Buffalo Bills. Hey, nobody circles their wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Sorry. I got to play this music because I was talking about the Rams. How did I almost forget this? Forgive me. Give me a second to pull this up. Because, hey, I'm all about for interjecting some sounds. Okay. Again, with that, Rams over the Titans. I gotta find some like other sound bites for some other teams, just because I kind of love playing some sound bites. Just getting the vibes, getting the crazy up in here. Like, let's go. But okay, so now, sorry, the Bills, the Buffalo Bills. Nobody circles their wagons like the Buffalo Bills. They are heading to New York to take on the Jets. Buffalo is a 6.5 point favorite in this game. The over under is set at 46.5. I mean, honestly, I know they lost, but the Jets did look pretty good. And Justin Fields looked pretty good against the Steelers last week. Now, granted, I still think Buffalo is the better team. 6.5 feels a little big. And again, not betting best. I'm not going to do this for every game. I will take the Bills, but I do, and I like the over because, I mean, 46.5, and of course the Bills put up 41, and the Jets put up like 30 now. Again, obviously, that's not going to happen every week, but I mean, that's like 70 points. So, and man, Bills defense, like, the defenses are solid, but man, I mean, they can obviously be scored on and you can move the ball on them. I will take the Bills, but I like the Jets to cover. I like the Jets to cover that 6.5. Now, obviously, if this line drops, like say it drops to, because again, this is on Tuesday. I'm sure these lines, maybe not too much, but these lines might move a little bit because it always feels like whether NFL or college, like, okay, there's the initial lines that come out, but then there's always usually movement throughout the week the closer we get to game time. So if this drops to like Bills 3.5, I'll take the Bills because I think the Bills win by like 4. So if it stays at 6.5, I definitely like the Jets to cover and like lose by 4. So I just that's my initial kind of like I feel like that line's a little big. So I like the Bills. Okay. Sorry. Looking at the next game, talking about is Vegas drunk? Like is Vegas drunk? Because the Dolphin or well, the Patriots are heading to Miami to take on the Miami Dolphins. I mean, I know it's like they're not huge, like, but how? Like they're one like again. I know it's like it's basically a pick 'em. But like, did we watch? Did we watch the same Miami team on Sunday that got absolutely dismantled by the Colts? Like, I would take Drake May over Tua. Like, Ali, like, I mean, my hate for them is coming down. Like, but like they're competent. Like, and again, this is a line I could absolutely like almost maybe guarantee that this line changes once we get to Sunday. But like, yeah, how are the Dolphins favored in this game? I'm taking the Patriots. Like the only thing I can think of is again because this is September and still early September. It's still pretty hot. And again, like I mean, if you've watched my college, you heard me rant about like, well, how are people picking Notre Dame? How was Notre Dame favored in that game? And then again, like Boise lost to South Florida. Like them northern schools ain't used to that heat. Like, okay, again, I get it's different in the NFL. Like, I'm sure the Patriots have players that have played in Florida. And again, I get that is there, but like, kind of this is the NFL a little bit. Not granted, I like college more, but like, I think the Patriots are better coached. They have a little bit more talent. I'm going to take the Patriots in this game. Like I mean, God. Hey, shout out the Just Baseball show and Aram Layton. Even he was like, bro, like I kind of am rooting for the Dolphins to go 0-17. Like just to like blow everything up. Like, man. And even then, because especially if they lose this game, they very well could. And I think they are going to lose this game. So, sorry. I mean, that was kind of a lot of time on that one game, but yeah, we'll move on. The San Francisco 49ers head to New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Saints. The 49ers are 4.5 point favorites. The over under is set at 41.5. Also, if I didn't say the over under on the Patriots Dolphins was 43.5, I'll take that under because I feel like, again, the Dolphins are going to struggle to score. But now back to the 49ers Saints game. Again, I like the under because how are the Saints going to score in this game? Like, I know you got Kamara, and at least right now you have a healthy Olave, but I mean, they are going to struggle to put points up on the board. I mean, again, this is a line that I think is about right because I'm going to say I don't see them 49ers like completely blowing them away, but like they kind of struggled. But I will take the 49ers in this game. They'll get to 2-0. The Saints drop to 0-2. The New York Football Giants head to Dallas to take on them Cowgirls. Now, I will say Dak looked a little bit better, but now do the Giants make a quarterback change from Russell Wilson to at least like Jameis Winston? I think they should. I mean, that Giants defense is still really good. And then again, the over-under is 44.5. I'll kind of take the Giants. I'll take the Giants. Not like too confident about that, but and part of that's just like screw the Cowgirls, screw Dallas. But obviously, there will be times I will probably legitimately pick the Cowboys. So y'all can come having Cowboys fans, but hey, there are going to be times I'm actually going to legitimately pick your team. So Giants get to 1-1. Cowgirls fall to 0-2. The Chicago Bears will head to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. I mean, granted, Chicago blew the lead. Like it looked like they might walk away with the win last night on Monday Night Football against the Vikings, but props to the Vikings for coming back. I mean, Detroit is dealing with especially injury issues, but so Detroit is 5.5 point favorites. The over/under is 46.5. I think I will take Detroit though, especially with that running game. I mean, Caleb Williams, like obviously, like he still had some struggles, but he didn't look too bad. But I will take the Lions to get to 1-1. Bears fall to 0-2. The Seattle Seahawks are going to head to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are favored as are 2.5 point favorites. The over/under is 39.5. Holy cow, is that the lowest over under on the week? Yes, it is. I mean, okay, couple points because there's some some 41.5s out there. Whew. I mean, Rodgers actually did look pretty decent. I mean, he threw for 4 touchdowns, so I do like the Steelers, though. Hey, DK is going up against his former team in the Seattle Seahawks, so hey, maybe watch out for DK to go off in this game. So I will take the Steelers. Up next, the Denver Broncos are going to head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Denver is 1.5 point favorites. So the over/under is set at 41.5. Obviously, where the Colts is good is a 38-8 demolishing of Miami. I don't think so. I mean, I think they'll be improved, but I do see Denver getting the win. Again, I'm still not a complete Bo Nix believer. I mean, they didn't look all that great in their win over Tennessee, but I will take them to get to 2-0. The Colts fall to 1-1. Carolina Panthers are heading to Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are 6.5-point favorites. The over/under is set at 45.5. I'm gonna be quick. I'll take the Cardinals in this game to get to 2-0. Panthers fall to 0-2. Up next, the Atlanta Falcons are going to head to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Vikings are 4.5-point favorites, and the over/under is set at 45.5. Hey, JJ McCarthy, baby. That era has started in Minnesota. I think the Vikings are a team to kind of watch out for this year. So I will take the Vikings to get to 2-0. The Falcons fall to 0-2. The Jacksonville Jaguars head to Cincinnati to take on the Fraud Ghouls. The Fraud Ghouls are 3.5-point favorites, and the over/under is set at 49.5. I wonder why, because their defense, does Cincinnati still even have a defense? Yeah, you only gave up 16 points, but are the Browns that good, though? Jaguars have a little bit better offense. I mean, Travis Hunter could absolutely cook that secondary. Like, I feel like there's a reason that over/under set at 49.5. Like, I could see this over hitting just because it'd just be an offensive just shootout. Although, with that being said, I will kind of take the Frog Goals to get to 2-0, which, man, they usually don't start like this. They usually start 0-3, 0-4. So, man, for them getting to 2-0 is going to be a minor miracle. The Jaguars do fall to 1-1 then. The Cleveland Browns are going to head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. The Ravens are 10.5-point favorites. The over/under is set at 44.5. I think that spread's too big. I mean, again, I think they'll bounce back, but I wonder how much, especially as heartbreaking as that loss was on Sunday Night Football to the Bills, do they cover this? Like, or do they only just squeak by like a field goal or something? Because again, I mean, Baltimore's obviously clearly the more talented, better coached team, but how much is that hangover going to affect them? I mean, I'll take them to win, but again, here's another one. I'll kind of take the now. If again that line starts falling the closer we get to game time and get to Sunday, I'll probably be on the Ravens, especially if it does. I mean, that would be a significant fall to go from 10.5 to like 3.5. So I don't know if it would fall that far. So even then, I still might be on the Browns because I think they might only lose by like a field goal. I think they might only lose by like 3. So again, I'll take the Ravens, but I kind of like the Browns to cover. I guess just kind of my initial feelings about this game. On Monday night, so okay, now we're back to it because we didn't week 1, and normally we have week 1 had 2 Monday night games, but this year I don't know why we didn't, but we have it week 2. So there are actually 2 Monday night football games. I'm sorry, I should say the Sunday night game is the Falcons and Vikings. Didn't go completely in from the noon to the 3 o'clock, but so the Sunday night game, just for clarification, is Atlanta against Minnesota. Now on Monday night, there's 2. The first one is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to Houston to take on the Texans. Houston is 2.5-point favorites. The over/under is set at 42.5. I mean, again, they're dealing with injuries, especially on the offense. I mean, I know they're at home, but again, I feel like Tampa's underrated. I do like Tampa in this game to get to 2-0. Houston falling to 0-2. Then the second game on Monday night is the San Diego Chargers heading to Oakland to take on those Raiders. The Chargers are 3.5-point favorites, and the over/under is set at 46.5. Just be brief. I'll take the Chargers again because was a lot more worried about them than the Broncos coming into this year for the division. I mean, again, I think they're obviously like they're the off-season division champs like just about every year, but I mean, I do truly feel like they are a threat to the Chiefs this year. So I'll take them to get to 2-0. The Raiders fall to 1-1. So with that, that will wrap up this episode. I kind of rambled probably a little bit too long than what I kind of really wanted to, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Next up, I will be giving my Missouri Tigers week 3. Almost said week 2, but it's week 3 preview on their upcoming game against Louisiana, and also giving my college football preview. And again, it's more of just, kind of, I mean, obviously I'm not going every game. NFL is easier to go over every game, but again, it's just kind of like the main games and just giving my picks, just throwing out my picks, because again, I just love college football. So, and recapping week 2, because hey, there was an upset that I predicted. Go back and check it, because just I'm not gonna say it, but I feel like, especially if especially the big upset that was over the weekend, it's kind of easy. Like, I'm giving it away without saying, like, I'm not gonna say, but like I'm easily giving it away. But I was right. Go check the tape. I was right in who I picked that game. So hey, so you can look forward to that. Coming up. That'll probably be out tomorrow or again early Thursday. I mean, I know this week there are Thursday games, so it'll definitely be out probably, or at least as those games. I don't remember how many are. There's like a handful, so it might be out when the first one's kicking off. But again, since obviously Mizzou's playing Saturday, like again, I just want to out so obviously you can kind of see my picks and be like, dude, you're stupid, or like, all right, cool, like, kind of even with these picks, like, bro, why are you picking them? Like, I don't know, just doing this for fun. So like my picks aren't like steeped with heavy analysis like you'll see on like like NFL Network, like the Chargers average this many rushing yards, like whatever, and all this, and like super diving in, like, okay, like, no, I'm just like, all right, cool, like I kind of go off eye test a little bit. Honestly, I pretty much a little bit more go off eye test. Like, oh, well, you look good. That team didn't look good. Now, like, could that team still probably win? Yeah, like it's the NFL. But yeah, whatever. But that's what you can look forward to. I do hope you enjoyed this video. So please like and also subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you can be notified when I do release new videos. So with that, I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. I hope you have a great Tuesday night. As always, even when we lose, and again, I think we might lose this week, but can I get a how about those Chiefs? Y'all have a good one now.